Hello everybody, welcome back to Conan Exiles. I'm Rottonjon, and today I've got a tip from you that comes from a viewer and a person that plays on one of my Conan Exiles servers. So this is Arcturus, and he wanted to share with you another possible way of moving around the map when there are no map rooms available to you. Now he carries a total of 5 items with him in his inventory, which only takes up about 12.5 kilograms of weight, one of them being a alchemist workbench of some type. And the other 4 items would be some blood, some yellow lotus powder, some bone meal, and a few water-filled glass flasks. Now he'll use those ingredients I just mentioned and the alchemist bench to make some potions of midnight for each of us. Now he's going to give me a potion of midnight, which I'll use, and then that'll take me to the Midnight Grove, and then he'll gather up his stuff and use his potion of midnight to enter the Midnight Grove. Now that I've been teleported to the Midnight Grove, I'll wait a few seconds for Arcturus to gather up his stuff and catch up with us. Alright, Arcturus has made it to the Midnight Grove now, so now we're going to run to the center of the pool here and just exit the Midnight Grove, which then teleports us to the northern part of Sepermaru City. Now here you'll need to either have access to somebody's map room or have one of your own set up nearby. Arcturus here has one set up right here just on the other side of the pond, so we're just going to swim over to it, climb up through it, and then we can teleport our own ways closer back to our own homes. And then here I'll show you another example of how you might be able to use this. Here I am right now out at O6, out in that little island where the demon spider resides. And I need to get all the way up to D11 to where my base is. And I think there's only one other map room in this area, which is still quite a hike away. So instead of running all the way to that map room and then teleporting up to the mounds, I'm just going to throw down my alchemist workbench, whip up a potion of midnight real quick, use the potion of midnight, and that'll get me to the northern part of Sepermaru once I leave the Midnight Grove. So we're going to grab the midnight potion out of our alchemist bench, then we're going to pick up our alchemist bench, which will subsequently pick up everything else that's in the bench. Then we'll use our midnight potion, and that'll take us to the Midnight Grove. Now we'll just run over to the exit entry point, exit out of the Midnight Grove, and once again that takes us right back to this spot in Sepermaru. And then from here I'll just swim over to Arcturus's map room and teleport up to the mounds area, which just gets me that much closer to my base. Now while I'm up here at the mounds, I'm going to go over and knock out a berserker. Then I want to test to see if I can throw down my alchemist bench, teleport into the Midnight Grove, and then teleport back to the map room at Sepermaru, and then teleport up to the mounds area, and then run from there to my base and put the berserker into my wheel without losing it on my bindings. Now I'm fairly confident that this is going to work good, but I've seen quite a few people saying that every time they teleport while they have a knocked out thrall on their bindings that they're losing it. But I think actually is what's happening is the knocked out thrall that is connected to your bindings, the animation for it is broken, and you still actually have the thrall on your bindings unless you climb something or let go of your bindings. So yeah, here's a good test subject right here. So I'm going to go knock him out, and then we're going to run away from this area a little bit. I'll throw down the alchemist bench, and then we're going to give this a little try here. Alright, had a little trouble finding a good area to actually get this bench to place, but we finally found an area. Now we're going to make up a potion of midnight and go to the Midnight Grove. Then from there we're going to go to the Arcturus's map room just outside of Sepermaru. Then from there we're going to teleport back up here to the mounds, and then from the mounds I'm going to run over to my base and see if we can keep this thrall on our bindings the whole time. Alright, so far so good, so I'll see you when we get back to my base now. And yeah, I know I should use the elevator here, but it's just so much quicker to drop down this hole, and it really doesn't cause but a bare minimum amount of damage. So moment of truth here. Here we go. Do we still have our Berserker Thrall? Yes, we do. So I just want to show you that just because you don't see the animation of the Berserker on your bindings anymore doesn't mean that you don't have it. Just make sure that you don't climb or press whatever key that you have your bindings bound to, or you will lose the thrall. Now let's take a look at why we don't want to just carry a map room everywhere with us, and why we can't use a preservation box to do this. I'm going to toss down my Alchemist Bench here. I think I have enough to make one more Midnight Potion, and then I'm going to throw it in the Preservation Box. Then I'm going to show you why we can't just carry Preservation Box around with our Midnight Potions in them. Okay, we have our new Potion of Midnight inside of our Preservation Box. Now I'm going to pick up the whole Preservation Box, and here's where the problem is. Once you pick up a Preservation Box or storage chest, all the items that are in it go separately into your inventory, and therefore your Potion of Midnight will decay within 25 seconds now. And also, you can't just run around the whole map everywhere carrying a map room with you just because of the sheer weight of the map room. The more points you have in encumbrance, the more weight you can carry, but still, having a 100 kilogram map room in your inventory doesn't leave much room left for all of your armor, your weapons, and then trying to gather anything else. Now, I'd like to also mention that you do have to be level 15 to make your Alchemist Bench, and you also have to be level 17 to make your grinder to grind up your Yellow Lotus Flower. I can see where this would be really useful sometime when you're heading way far away. You know there's no map rooms that are going to be around, so that you can teleport back near home. So you can take this setup with you and go do what you have to do, and then get back to a point to where you can use a map room to get back closer to home. And I kind of have a feeling that some of you are already cooking up ideas on different ways of using this. So if you did find this helpful, leave a comment down below. Give Arcturus a little thank you for sharing this with everybody. And I want to thank everybody for watching. So until next time, we'll catch you then.